down to top of vehicle.
Wheel of Fortune.
The drill sergeant fell asleep behind the wheel, and he crashed into the privates marching. And the marching formation goes, you are staggered, so the next person, you know, in your line of people, there's 2 lines of people, one on either side of the road. You, directly in front of you, there was one person who was about 6 or 7 feet in front, and directly behind you there's someone who's 6 or 7 feet behind. Other side of the road, there is an open space of about 6 or 7 feet, because it's staggered, so if you take people who are, you know, side by side, and you put everybody 6 or 7 feet apart, and then you move one group of people into the space created, you can fall back in and you're like 3 feet apart, which is arm's length apart. The drill sergeant, slammed into the right side of that marching formation, which killed 2 people on impact and sent another 6 to ICU.
Oh, damn.
He was dishonorably discharged, court-martialed, and he is currently sitting in the military prison up in Washington State.
Is he gonna get out ever?
Probably not. Because it was a case of, like, negligent, you know, something negligent, because he, you know, they were going through and doing all this kind of training stuff, and the drill sergeant, they should have picked someone else from their cadre, which is like the chain of people who are above all the platoons and stuff like that. They should have picked someone else from the cadre who had not just pulled a full 24-hour shift to drive that vehicle.
Yeah.
Start whenever now.
Oh, are you streaming?
Yeah.
I get to have all my U.S. military and history lessons on fucking stream now.
No way.
Who's scratching their balls?
What's the verdict? We get
Go.
it
I
over.
just said you can start.
Oh, I just got back from the Washington.
Dumbass.
I just got back from the Washington. Fuck off.
Hey, language.
Wrong.
No.
I'm on stream.
And an air.
Squad member!
Yeah,
I just got air.
I think it kicked TJ. Or did it disband the whole party? It showed one person left.
It kicked
and then...
TJ. God damn it, TJ, why you gotta fuck everything up?
I'm not even streaming. Why is
This is why. Don't be mean.
I'm not the one that's even streaming and this shit's happening to me.
I had the same error, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, but he's the only one who got kicked out.
Oh. See what you're saying.
Hey, you guys remember the old, like Black Ops 1 zombie maps?
Yeah?
Yes.
Kino?
DLCs or the old ones?
Kino der Toten, Nacht der Untoten.
Yes. Nacht
Do you know what they
was
translate to?
World at War.
What?
Kino der Toten is literally translated of Theater of the Dead.
Makes sense.
And Nacht der Untoten translates to
Hotel?
Night of the Undead.
Never mind.
I also, a lot of the German from like Black Ops 3 zombies and stuff like that, a lot of the German that I see in there, I can read it, I can pronounce it correctly because I know how to pronounce things in German. I just don't understand a lot of it. One of the trophies that you can get from that game, which is like using all the bows, is the Meister Bogenschuster, which is basically like the master bow shot. Like a literal translation, the master bow shot. Basically, you're a master archer.
which explains why Dakota's good with the bow and Apex.
Yeah, I've been using bows in a lot of games for a while. I've used bow in Skyrim for literally a decade. Literally a decade. Anytime there's a bow in a game, I'm going to tend to use a bow.
That's like me with like snipers in any game. If there's a sniper in any game, I will use it.
That's all he uses.
Why don't you beat a
I
sniper
think,
right now?
what was it? Was it Black Ops 3 multiplayer that had the one character that had the exploding bow as like a special
Yes,
weapon?
yeah.
She was the first character that I actually unlocked and used consistently, and I would
Pharaoh.
like legitimately piss people off because I would hit some crazy shots and I'd just get like death comms of like, oh man, you gotta be fucking kidding me again with this fucking and it would just cut because, you know, death comms. I love it when it cuts, just like, oh, you stupid fucking, and it just cuts. It's just fucking hilarious to me.
You stupid fucking nit.
There's one thing, yeah.
You was gonna say nincompoop.
Or like, I'll kill somebody, like in Modern Warfare, I'm grinding to get the Damascus camo, which is a pain, cause like, I'm working on leveling up all of the assault rifles at the current moment, and I've only got one more assault rifle to level up before I start working on camos,
Would you look at that?
and, I'm also at the same time working on getting, on that particular class, getting the camos for the RPGs. So I'm using one of like the lock-on RPGs.
Yeah.
And I got killed by a dude, and I was like, oh, okay, so you're gonna sit there, are ya? And then I respawned, pulled out the RPG, and fucking sent it to where the dude was. It hit him, and all I hear is, bitch. It's like, you're the one who fucking stayed there, guy.
Bitch.
I fucking love it when people do that. They're like, oh, you fucking bitch.
Mozzie!
There was actually a dude in one of my matches who I was just like, hey man, I'm gonna thank you for not wearing a flak jacket because you helped me get the most camos for my gun. He goes, okay man, you helped me get 40 kills. I'm like, but no, you helped me get camo.
People suck.
That poor dog. I didn't even find. Okay,
Oh my god, Jaeger!
my gun has 31 bullets. I'm at 24 bullets.
Jaeger was hiding in that back corner of Dakota.
Oh, was he now?
That's the last time I seen him.
Fucking Pulse is trash. I throw my drone, I go on my drone, and as I went on my drone, he peeks outside, and I just flick on him and killed him.
Dude, Mozzie didn't even see me when I fucking killed him.
Plant, plant, plant. Plant, plant, plant. I got
Over
you.
here if you can.
Alright.
Oh, would you look at that? Landon got fucked. Would you look at that?
It's okay, man. Don't worry, we'll protect
No,
you.
it's not. I sure hope so.
Would you look
Already
at that?
dead. We'll protect you!
So you can bring me back?
That's a fucking thing that I just remember because of that. Fucking, ow. Stupid Jaeger.
I'm watching from the window.
He'll be coming from the left if anything, so like, yeah, just keep an eye on the diffuser from there.
Yeah, he's pushing up.
I should sledge him.
You're not gonna get it.
You're not gonna get it. You didn't die!
Yeah?
But it was this fucking, like, TikTok that I'd seen of just, come guys, let's go fight this evil go avenge my brother. It's just, you have my sword and my bow. And then the necromancer's just over here, and your brother. And they just look at him in a fucking horrified look. It's like, dude, no. Oh, God, fuck, no. Montagne. You know, I almost got a fucking ace with him on plane the one time.
Okay, Dylan's stream is called History Lessons with Dakota for a reason.
To locate a bomb.
I mean, I enjoy my history, okay? Like,
I had a classmate.
I think the most hilarious history fact that I can give you Canadians is that during World War I, Canada was actually the most ruthless military force on the battlefield. They would not take any prisoners. What they would do is they would take people who were like, yeah, no, we're not gonna kill you, and they'd sit there and they'd like befriend them. They'd joke around with them for a couple times. They'd, you know, toss stuff back and forth, and then like they tossed like a hacky sack or like some kind of ball back and forth between their trenches, and then whenever the Germans or whatever they were fighting was like, oh yeah, they're just fucking playing around, they're just having fun, they're good people, they would take a fucking baseball grenade and chuck it into the trench and just watch the body parts fly. Like, Canadians in fucking World War I were the most ruthless military in the entire world. People were literally terrified of you guys.
That's thinking outside the box. We play with them, they think we're nice.
Yeah, there was
That's
one time.
That's why the Christmas thing, I thought the presents would be bombs.
There was this one time at a point in the battlefield called Vimy, where the Canadians actually, like, they lost a commanding officer, and so their immediate thing was to call in a fucking artillery strike on the location of the enemies.
Paul's upstairs.
Yes, he is. He's coming to get me, because I was a threat, apparently.
Come on, step on the track.
But they called in a bombardment onto the enemy, the hostile location, because they took out one of the commanding officers, and then once the bombardment was over, they all affixed bayonet to their rifles, got out of their trenches, charged over, and just fucking
right
slaughtered everyone.
I have him distracted.
By the stairs.
Heathen.
I am not a heathen. Just because I like dipping pizza in ranch does not make me a heathen.
Oh, you're one of those fuckers.
1 second. I do have Wamai over here. Is that who you're talking about?
Whammy.
No, I have meat on me right now.
Oh, you be careful because the fucking...
Hey, don't let him hit you. There's no way! There's no way he let that happen! This dude literally got next to him, kind of, and looked away. He dropped his shield, just walked up and went, punk!
That's
punk.
funny. And then fucking Wamai there goes to the fucking castle, and I'm just sitting there, hi, how are you?
Man, I wish you would. I wish you would have killed him the second before.
Well, if you would have been a second, if you would have been a second later, you would have had to kill Cat. We kind of both killed him at the exact same time. Shut up!
That was fucking hilarious.
That was
He just stands right beside me. He's just, what's up?
He stood next to him, looked at him, looked away. He's like, oh, this fucking Montaigne's not gonna do anything. Drop shield, punch, punch. What the fuck?
Oh, I probably should have went fucking Warden. Sounds smart.
Like, I don't know what he was thinking.
I don't know either. Clearly not that. Not that you were a threat.
Again, it was like a Canadian way. Act like a friend to him, and then at the least you expected.
Just fucking nuke their shit.
The least you expected. Hit him with the bop.
There was actually a fun thing, like, so back in World War II, so the American, like, manual for how to interact during a particular engagement was leaked, And all the militaries that we were fighting at the time were like, oh, this is how the Americans are gonna fight? Okay, so we just gotta put them in these situations and they'll respond exactly like this so we can respond in turn and counter it.
Bomb location compromised. Plan accordingly.
Yeah, it
Down to
didn't
10
go like
seconds.
that. They learned very quickly that, like, when you put an American platoon or, like, an American company into a situation that is detailed in their handbook of, like, respond this way, they respond the complete opposite way. So, like, you're firing at them from straight ahead, they're supposed to drop, return fire, have a squadron go around to the left, you know, the left or right, do a flanking maneuver, and then, you know, return fire from a higher elevation or like a different angle on the enemy line. Yeah, we don't do that. We're taught. That's how we're supposed to engage in things. We don't fucking do that. The Germans don't like us because of it. The Russians don't like us because of it. Every military that we train and trained with don't like us because we don't respond the way our handbook is supposed to tell us to respond to things.
We don't know how to read. Leave us alone.
Honestly, for the Marines, I wouldn't... What is going on?
I don't know, but I'll
like,
take it.
For the Marines, I wouldn't honestly doubt it. Because, like, from the branches of the military, you have the Air Force, which are snobby, uptight, they need, you know, 5-star this, 5-star that. You know, they're like, it's not a 4-star restaurant, I have to be in the dirt with these peasants? God, where's my fucking Wi-Fi password, bro? That's the Air Force, or at least the stereotypicalized Air Force. You've got the Marines who are just, new Crayola color, new flavor food.
Man, I
You
hear
have-
lots of things going on, but I don't see anything.
You've got the Army, which I was part of, so I can speak more.
Okay. Yeah, I shot you, Ash, in the head.
Oh, I hit her in the head. I
Where the
got
fuck-
this.
Hi.
Never mind.
Hostiles eliminated.
I did nothing!
Same.
Except teach history.
Except teach history.
That's all
At
you're
least,
here for.
at least I was able to hear my kill. That's all that matters. I heard my kill.
At least that guy was nice and
Hey,
let
you
me-
guys didn't
and let
die
me
at the
hit him
top,
with-
so like 3-0 for both of you? Go
Yeah,
fucking
shit.
shit.
I'm lucky the fact, like, the guy I killed, I actually heard him, because it's like right in the middle of your talk, it's like, God damn it, I'm trying to hear this fucker again.
I'm trying to teach history, fuck
I
ass.
know. That's the problem.
I'm proud that guy let me hit him with my shield.
But the U.S. Army is anywhere from a bunch of, like, sluts and hookers from the fucking ghettos of, like, Chicago and shit like that, or a bunch of, like, criminals, because what happens is they'll get brought up on, like, a petty charge of some kind, and they go to court, and the court gives them an ultimatum. Either A, you can go and serve 2-3 years in a public prison or, like, some kind of jail system, or B, you can go join the U.S. Army. And a lot of them go, I'm not gonna go to fucking jail, man. I'm gonna go fucking U.S. Army, shit. And they go and join the Army, and then they're like, man, I fucking wish I was in jail right now. What the fuck is this shit?
I don't want to do this no more.
I don't want to do this no more. But a lot of them are like ghetto, kind of like, kind of people. They're not great. Like, my friend is experiencing that right now in her AIT location. She's like, there's a lot more fucking sluts and snakes in the fucking U.S. Army than I fucking realized. And I was like, yeah, I don't like a lot of the fucking, females from the U.S. Army because they are just fucking horrible. Like, absolutely fucking horrible.
Then you kill one of them, and then you get to go to prison. Yay!
They were okay. So when I was in basic, we were coming back from doing something, and all of the females from the company. Granted, there was like 50 females in the company. All of the females in the company were lugging down their entire, like, all their stuff that they physically had all of their gear, all of their clothing and uniforms and stuff like that. And we're walking past like, yo, what the fuck? Why are they doing all that? What the fuck's going on? What? And later, one of my friends who was one of the females who had to do all that stuff, I was like, what was going on with that shit? Like, what the fuck happened? She's like, oh yeah, one of the female drill sergeants went through and did barracks inspections, and they found one of the bathroom stalls had, you know, those like toilet paper seat like covers that you can like pull out and like put down so you don't have to put your ass on someone, you know, something where someone else's ass has been if you're like a germaphobe or whatever. They took used tampons and stuffed them into that thing. And one of the female drill sergeants found that shit, and she's like, no, I'm gonna fucking get this shit out of you. So she had every single female take their entire wall locker, which was a good like 80, 90 pounds worth of gear, put it all on their backs, go down 2 flights of stairs, put it all on our drill platform where we formed up for the day, stage it, pick it all back up, take it back up 2 flights of stairs, and they did that for 2.5 hours.
Oh.
Needless to say, they didn't do that shit again.
I had an uncle
No
that was
more
in
that
the military.
We had some fucking, I don't like the ratchet term because it just doesn't make fucking sense to me, but we had some fucking ratchet females in my company. Like, they were absolutely abysmal.
Let me protect.
There was this one girl
I
who,
thought I had fucking...
that drill sergeant Savage guy who, you know, wasn't with the company very long. His second to like his actual like last day was a Sunday, and she pissed him off so badly that he was like, if any of you fucking see this bitch, let her know her ass is fucking done. I had 3 other drill sergeants from 3 separate companies come up to me and tell me, hey, this soldier is not acting right, and we tried telling them and they're still not acting right. You need to get a handle on them. And like, she ruined his fucking last day so badly to the point where he fucking took our company guidons, our flags and stuff like that, and fucking threw them into the pit where we did our physical training, our PT, and you know, he took them and he fucking like javelined them bitches halfway into like a fucking 120-foot like tire chip pit. So one of my battle buddies from my platoon actually physically went out there, picked them back up and put them back into their holders. And he walked back over and just started fucking chucking the bitches out there again. And we're like, okay, no, we're not fucking with Drill Sergeant Savage today. We're gonna just go to our fucking rooms, because he told us, he's like, I don't want to fucking see you. I don't want to fucking hear you. I don't want a goddamn word out of any of you. Get out of my sight. I don't want to fucking hear anything. I don't care if you do, quote, barracks maintenance. I don't care if you fucking sleep. I don't want to see a goddamn soul until I'm gone at noon. And we're just like,
so,
fuck.
Is that the guy that said he would give a Pop-Tart?
Yep.
Yep.
No wonder no one got a Pop-Tart, or he didn't get a Pop-Tart.
Yeah. And so Sunday, all the church people were coming back from their lunches and whatnot, like their services, and they see all of our like platoon, you know, our flags and the company flag in our PT pit, and they're just like, why are these over here? We'll pick them up and we'll put them back into their holsters. He walks out of the command center and goes, huh, I don't recall putting these here. Picks all 5 of the flags and the company flag up, walks back into the fucking office, dismantles them, you know, because they screw together, you know, at the halfway mark, pulls them all apart, and throws every single fucking flag into a trash can, and then walks the fuck out. But This girl was like straight up the definition of a failure to conform soldier. It was week 5, week 6 or something like that. She just wasn't listening, wasn't doing what she was told, was back talking the drill sergeants. Like, you cannot act like that in the U.S. military. You're gonna get either A, kicked the fuck out with a dishonorable discharge and never allowed to do anything ever again, because that shit goes on your record. And if you go to apply to a job and they see, huh, you were a dishonorable discharge because you couldn't listen to drill sergeants and like listen to the army soldiers, why the fuck should we hire you, kind of deal. Or B, you're gonna get your ass fucking reamed to the point where you don't want to be there. You're gonna wish you're fucking dead.
Can you leave on your own terms, or no?
Not necessarily. I had a battle buddy. He was one of my bunkmates, or he was my bunkmate. I was bottom bunk, he was top bunk. He didn't want to be there anymore, and he knew just saying, I don't want to be here anymore, was not going to get him out. So he said, I want to kill myself. And they're like, no, we can't have that shit. And they pulled him out really fucking quickly.
Yeah, I suppose so. I thought it would have been something like shooting yourself in the foot.
No, he's just like, I want to kill myself. I don't want to fucking be here anymore. I can't handle the stress. I can't do it. I just want to kill myself. I can't do it anymore. And they're like, hold up.
That
Don't
changes
do that.
everything.
Don't do that. Like, you can leave. We'll pull you out of all the training. We'll pull you aside. We'll get all the paperwork done. We'll get you out as fast as we can. He was there until we graduated. And he did that week 2 or week 3. So he had to stay there for another 7 weeks.
Just so
But
they could get the paperwork?
He didn't have to do anything, is basically what it amounted to. But yeah, like, they don't fuck around with that shit.
No, if they hear that, yeah, they would have to deal with that pretty quickly.
Oh yeah. There was a guy in my platoon who played a prank. He took a sliver of our Irish Spring soap bars, you know, I guess carved out a sliver with like the back of his thumbnail or something, or the back of like a fingernail, and he took it and put it into one of the dude's camelbacks, which is our our water system. It's how we get every single drop of water into our body during all of our training. He put that sliver into the dude's water source.
Oh.
My buddy, a private Ludke, didn't, he tasted it, right? He tasted the soap, but what he thought he tasted was Tide. Because when he was a kid, his parents made him, like, drink Tide as, like, a punishment for, like, eating soap and stuff like that. Like, a punishment. And, force your kid to eat soap as punishment kind of deal. They ran out of soap the one time, and so they just made him take a swig of Tide as a punishment.
Ah, that's where the Tide Pods challenge came from.
I didn't see him either. Jesus Christ.
Oh, fuck.
So he immediately started freaking out because
What?
Tide Pods have bleach in them. And bleach physically destroys your cells. Like, if you take a single swig of bleach, it will fucking kill you.
Fact or cap? Let's find out.
Actual fact, because like it physically breaks down your cells. Like, if you take a swig of bleach, it will make you throw up blood and chunks of your stomach and esophagus lining. Like, it is not pleasant.
I think that's how Amanda Todd killed herself.
But so he's freaking out, and the drill sergeants are left.
Friendly, last operator standing.
That guy from last game. That's what you get from last game.
Just don't move. You got this. I believe in you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
History real estate.
Nice.
It's
free real estate.
It's nice you get to hear people.
Sucks
Well,
for
would you look at that?
Look at that.
Just look at it. Oh, would you look at that?
He went back into his hole. Hey, that's a nice shotgun.
Yeah, I forgot I didn't have my pistol on that one.
Oh!
That's the dude who got me in.
There's one there and then one to my right.
Landon, I'm guessing?
Yeah. Correctio.
So the drill sergeants, no one stepped forward, no one said who did it. So we're thinking, like, the commander literally had a meeting with us, like, 2 days later, and he was like, I've had a lot of cycles for the military. I was one of you guys when I started. I worked my way up. I became a commander and stuff like that. In all of my time being a commander for a unit in the military, I have not once had someone literally tried to commit homicide. I've had a couple soldiers who tried to commit suicide by eating Tide Pods, but I've never heard of a fucking soldier putting a Tide Pod in another's Camelback in an attempted homicidal murder. And this was towards the end of week 3, so our basic was in, chunks of 3. So the first 3 weeks was Red Zone. Week 1 was Shark Attack Week, in which they just fucking bully the absolute dog shit out of you. They're in your face, they're screaming all the time, they're yelling at you, calling you worthless pieces of dog shit, and you don't fucking belong here, yada yada.
Sounds like COD lobbies.
It's an attempt to get you to leave.
Did you just spit on me, bastard?
It's an attempt to figure out who is and who is not cut out to be U.S. military.
Haha, joke's on you. I've survived the Modern Warfare 2 lobbies.
And then it continues, and then after 3 weeks, it goes into the next 3 weeks, which is White Faith, all of our weapon testing and weapon qualifications. So my particular company got issued M4A1 carbines at the beginning of training, and so the first couple of weeks, like the weeks 3 and on, we were training on how to use them, qualifying with them, and zeroing in the weapons and stuff like that. Basic.
Right here.
Basic weapon qual stuff. It was right at the transition phase from,
guys, there's like Maverick over here.
How is this not hitting him?
4.
Careful. I've been trying to peek him and my shots are not hitting him.
Got him.
One op 4 remaining.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, stop killing people. Bad on you.
Oh no, I don't care. It's just like, first, when you peek him, he goes retard.
When I peeked him, he was running across to the right, so like he didn't legitimately know that I was coming.
Oh, found Maverick. He's main. He's in that main area thing part. Main entrance. Yeah, that's where he was, Dakota.
I just see for it out there.
But because this incident happened right at our transitional phase from white to red, or red to white, we went into pink phase, where we were still doing all of our weapon qualification stuff, but they were still treating us like absolute fucking rapist garbage.
My favorite kind of garbage.
What's worse than a rapist?
Garbage.
A child.
No! But it was very, like, challenging and difficult. And then, from white phase to blue phase, which was, after week 6 we went to blue phase, which was doing all the medical stuff, doing combatives, pugil sticks, so like where you smack each other with those big fucking sticks with foam caps on the ends of them. It went to that, and that's when the incident with the girl who was being fucking like not conforming and the dude chucking the company flags and stuff like that into the PT pit, that's when that happened. So they still kind of treated us like fucking shit because of that one soldier. I think it was maybe towards the end of White Phase, we had an incident where we were practicing grenade throws with old, like, dud grenade bodies, because it was about the same weight, or maybe a little heavier even, and, so we were practicing with all that to get better at throwing grenades whenever it came to our live fire test, where we had to take an actual, you know, grenade and chuck it, and to chuck 2 of them. One of my platoon mates, one of my battle buddies, was a guy who had only been in the United States for 6 months. He came here on an educational kind of thing. He joined the U.S. Army to get his U.S. citizenship. He was from Palestine. And he practiced a Muslim faith. Someone in a different, platoon, while we were practicing these grenade throws, made the comment of, he shouldn't have a grenade, he should have a vest.
Allah Akbar!
And the drill sergeants thought that my platoon said it.
Oh,
so
shit.
we got laid out. And we're just like, fucking what? Drill sergeant? No, we would never. Like, we literally told them, like, no, we would never do that to this dude. He is family. Like, if we had known about this...
Okay, what? Okay, how do you even see
One up top.
me?
Dylan, there's one up top, above you, directly above you. It was Buck.
I'm going to bed after this game.
He was up in the hatch, so, like... Thank you, good sir. They're secure in the room? That means they broke in. Oh no, right in there. Oh,
They
look
got
at that.
Blitz.
Blitz has got to be weak.
Feel your impact.
I would if I could see it.
Biohazard container.
He's still
Okay,
not dead. How the
how?
fuck?
Friendly, last
And he still had like 30 HP.
biohazard container.
Your left.
Move.
Yeah,
Behind you!
All friendlies were eliminated.
Dude, I fucking literally shot him in the head, plus hit him with an impact grenade. Fucking how?
Yeah, you shot him in like the head and neck area, and then fucking impacted him, and I fucking
And he still
hate.
had 30 health.
That's ridiculous.
Let's go as much shields as possible.
I'm gonna go grenades.
Or not.
Oh yeah, I have
We wanted fuse, but fine.
a live
Well,
grenade
yeah.
pin from when I threw my grenade.
Nice.
Yep. I was like panicking because like I was nervous I wouldn't throw them far enough. So I was like freaking out a little bit, and so whenever I did my grenade throws, so what it is you swipe to the left to pull off the safety device. You take and you twist the pin off and you loop your middle finger through it and pull it out, and then you chuck the grenade. When it was all said and done, I threw both of my grenades after I gotten all the steps done, and everything was good, and I was back in the line after the end of everything. I looked down at my hand and I was like, guys, I have 2 grenade pins still in my hand. They're like, dude, you're supposed to drop those, just drop them now. And I went, no. I tucked them in my pocket.
I want them.
5 seconds to go.
I had a battle buddy who was like, hey man, he came up to me, he's like, hey man, I know you still got them 2 grenades from when we did the live fire the other day. I was wondering if I could get one of them, because I want to make my brother a paracord and grenade pin keychain. Because fun fact about grenade pins, they're not actually like a full circle. It's a piece of metal that is looped around in a similar style to like a key ring. And so, I was like, yeah, man, I got two. I was like, oh, yeah, I got two of them. I don't see why not. And he goes, wait, really? I was like, yeah, I got two. And so I gave him one. And he made a fucking grenade. Oh.
Yeti.
He made a grenade pin keychain for his brother.
Cover me, reloading.
Come! How? No way! I fucking meleeed her!
End of hallway, Thunderbird.
Such bullshit, like, come on! How does it not fucking die?
Chicken.
She's in the, like, locker area, Landon. I literally meleeed her and it did nothing. The only damage she took was she impacted herself. She's in lockers, not in there.
He's just checking his bases.
Yeah.
You can hear her in room.
Yeah, she's focused on TJ. Yeah, right there.
Last stop standing.
And then she's probably in left. Or behind the half wall, behind the half wall.
Shield up.
Other half wall. Straight across.
TJ, just sit there. TJ, just sit there. TJ, just sit there.
Secure the container. Hostile activity resumes.
Yeah, she's in there, Landon.
Once the threat is neutralized.
In there.
In that room.
You're gonna have to shoot her.
TJ, leave your shield up. Leave your shield up.
I think she dropped hatch.
Yeah.
One friendly
Oh,
operator.
no, it's still in there.
Oh my
Eliminated all
god.
friendlies.
And then teabags.
What a cunt.
Well, I'm gonna say, I don't care that you broke your elbow.
What?
Do you not remember that vine? I'm gonna say, I don't care that you broke your elbow.
How retarded are you? Like,
I'm not.
you're kind of retarded.
No, it's not
You're
when
kinda
it's literally a vine.
Well, that has no recollection to what we did.
Again, it just popped in my head.
Leave and go to bed.
Shut the fuck up. You can't tell me what to do.
You said you were going to bed, so go to bed. Or sit here and play another game. Do I either shut up and play, or shut up and go to bed? Exactly. Alright, you can't even spam your chat, that's the funny thing. What?
I'm trying to think of history facts to just rattle off.
I have to wait for him to fucking leave.
Oh yeah!
Wonder if Roger's getting on or not.
I'm only
Here's-
playing one more.
Here's a fun history fact. During World War II, before the United States entered the war, because Japan was expanding into the Pacific Ocean and they didn't want any
Yeah.
opposition from America, the U.S. government, or a lot of the U.S. business makers, such as Ford, Rockefeller, Disney, big names like that, were actually supplying both the English and the Germans with stuff. We were playing both sides of the war to get more money out of it. And then Japan's like, I want to expand my empire into the Pacific, but I don't trust America, so I'm gonna go bomb their boats. And the worst part is, the day that they picked to bomb our boats,
was they were out at sea.
all of the like major helicarriers and stuff like that were out in the ocean, out in the sea, doing like training exercises and stuff like that. So when they actually hit Pearl Harbor, they only hit a couple of the boats, mostly destroyers. There was actually one destroyer that actually, the captain ordered them to flood the starboard side of the boat, to tilt the boat to an angle, to lob their shells at a higher angle than they were supposed to.
History lessons with Dakota.
In an attempt to hit the enemy planes.
Yeah. Didn't they get one aircraft carrier damaged?
One was damaged. There was actually a kamikaze plane that actually slammed into the deck of one of the destroyers and didn't detonate, like the explosive that was planted into the tip of the kamikaze planes, because kamikaze planes were not planes, they were gliders with bombs affixed to the front of them, basically. It hit, but the bomb was a dud.
Oh shit.
And so the pilot had to get out and pull out his fucking pistol and try to start shooting the soldiers on the boat. And, let's just say he didn't, he got down to almost the last bullet in his mag, and he went and looked and he was like, well, fuck, and just shot himself, because the Japanese people had such a commitment to country that they would rather take death over dishonor, or as they saw it, death over dishonor. And the way that the Japanese were propagandizing the Americans was that they are devils. They are absolute demons. Never let yourself get captured by them, or you will be interrogated, tormented, and fucking just absolutely, like, traumatizingly killed and, like, murdered and just all that kind of, like, nasty stuff.
Reloading, cover me.
Valkyrie's in... I don't know.
Okay. Oh, in the bathroom.
Oh, there's Doctor.
You're a fucking bitch.
Or was the other one?
She didn't interrogate?
Fucking potato, it's so fucking hard. She's literally about to fucking...
She shot me and didn't interrogate me either. That made no sense.
I wish I had a tail veg. I don't fucking know. Try to hide from them for a minute and 50 gig. Or do you want to try to kill them 1v5?
I don't care, I'll just play it.
Okay.
But
I'll shut up while you're trying to. Trying to do. They're really hunting you.
they're shooting each other now.
I love how there's fucking all 5 of them still left alive.
I can hear cab. That's where I'm worried. I can hear cab. Yep.
We have been eliminated.
I didn't hit her at all? That's fucking bullshit. Yeah, and during the bombing of Pearl Harbor, there was actually a cook from one of the ships who got onto the AA guns, the anti-aircraft guns, and started firing at the planes. He threw down his spatula and his chef's knives, and he's just like, you know what, man? I don't know how to fucking use this thing, but that's not their problem. That's not my problem. That's theirs. Thunk, boom, 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 and just starts firing at them. I know maybe a little too much about U.S. and war.
Sick answer.
We need to locate a bomb.
Thanks.
Clash is in session, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, it would have been better if you're
sound like
Clash.
Their gym. No, they're bar. What are they?
Nope, 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 nope. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, nope. Nope, 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 nope.
Oh my goodness.
Insertion in 5
I
seconds.
fucking love doing that to people. It takes them so long to fucking hit me, and I love it.
A bomb must be located.
It's not like they need all those bullets.
Yeah, totally not.
The dude's so thirsty, he literally ran out just to shoot my drone.
The diffuser is no longer in your possession.
Are you fucking serious? This is not a good match.
People are gonna enjoy the small pics on Clubhouse until it fucking goes away.
Oh, they're reworking Clubhouse to remove all that shit?
Not really a full
Not
rework, but
completely.
just map changes.
Okay, Okay, the fucking IQ was absolutely brain dead retarded. I'm gonna rush in with my pistol out, because that's the logical choice for playing IQ.
Side Q.
How did you miss that, Frost Matt?
Of course, Matt.
That one. The one that I literally ran over like 10 times.
Where did she throw her?
Aww.
You piece of shit.
Wow, they really are fucking... What the fuck is this even? Okay, I'm looking up their fucking stats.
They're probably like really high stats.
This is from
And if they're
fucking-
low, then they might... I don't know. I'm trying to find a Valcam, but I
I'm
don't
behind
see
the desk.
I don't think she threw any. I think they're just trying to, like, run out.
There's one like
Guarantee
behind the
they're
actual
high
bar.
plat. I don't know where fucking Pulse is.
I can hear someone right there. Yeah, I knew you were over there.
Down to one friendly.
Oh yeah, and then you have to get your gay butt buddy to push me as soon as you started getting shot at. Fucking queer.
Fear Panda's Plat 1.
I'm getting shot, come help me gang fuck him, because I can't kill him on my own. Fucking piece of garbage.
Yeah, see, like Plat 1 casual or Plat 1 rank.
Plat 1 rank.
Yeah, so they're absolute sweat
They're
lords.
not even that fucking good either. I killed like 2 of them. They were dog shit.
I Shoot Ops is Plat 2.
We have been eliminated.
God.
He's Plat 2 rank, and Gold 2 casual.
Oh boy, whatever. No, these guys are like Plat Diamond players, so what's gonna happen? It's gonna be one of these games. Hey,
Oh.
shut up.
Don't tell me to shut up.
But I did.
The Papa Woldy guy who doesn't have... He's got 3 kills.
Yeah.
His casual is a 1.65 KD, but he It's like a low plat because he's got 3072 MMR.
Is that his rank or his casual? Because 3,000.
That was just casual. He has no rank.
3,072. That's gold 1.
Gold. Okay.
What was his rank? Like, what was his
Nothing.
level? No,
He's
his level.
not played. Oh, I didn't check.
If he doesn't have a rank, then he's either new to the season or he's a smurf.
The alley plat that with 1 kill down there is gold 2 casual, gold 1 ranked. And
That was horrible.
Blue Stoner, their worst player, is silver 1 casual, gold 1 ranked.
Bomb location has been compromised. 10 seconds.
So,
5 seconds.
it's one of those matches.
Yeah, we'll just get it over there.
Op 4 has located a bomb. Be ready for hostile action.
Can anyone reinforce back in the tunnel?
Probably not.
No. I'll watch tunnel.
They're coming through garage.
Are they?
I thought I heard an explosion in garage.
Juicy. I'm on my way.
Juicy.
Juicy. I'm on my way.
Oh, but this is my area. This
Does it have your name
stupid
on it?
alibi is. This stupid. Oh, I hate my life. Everyone's
Stairs
in
here.
Fucking.
This one's a runner.
Coming over here.
They hit my cap cam. Still on these stairs.
I dare you. I got a tosser here.
What you gonna do, bitch? What you gonna do?
One's in
When they
bar.
come for you.
You had. Oh, come on. Where's the second one? I fucking peek it. In blue.
Backstairs.
There's a few of them in blue.
Yeah, of course.
Be careful.
One friendly remaining.
Fuck.
There's 2 in blue,
Two in
1
blue.
stairs. One of those stairs you're looking at.
Yeah, no, I literally shot the hell out of him. I don't even know how he died. How he didn't die. Because I literally put an entire mag into his fucking
Back up, back up, back up, get the
Conan station.
Thunderbird thing.
Fuck! They had it on both sides.
All friendlies were eliminated.
Fucking sweaty plats, man.
They both had one on each side of the fucking door.
Mm-hmm.
And then I downed the guy on the fucking stairs. God damn it.
Sweaty plats.
They weren't even that fucking good either. That guy could have easily fucking...
A couple of them are pretty good. The
Stupid
other
shit. It's like,
three
yeah, we're gonna
weren't all
camp
that
each
good.
side of the door, so it doesn't matter which way you fucking peek it.
I forgot, I was giving a history lesson and I forgot where I was.
Do we want to know?
Probably.
Probably.
Mm. Oh yeah, the Germans during World War II tried something they did back in World War I that worked really well, which was the Blitzkrieg, pushing through the Ardennes forest in an attempt to flank around, circle around, and get into France, stuff like that. But because they had done it once before, we already knew they were going to try something like that,
Yeah,
and we
so
were just
they
like,
went
no.
around.
And we hard stopped them.
Yeah, that was something that like all history you learned about that. 'Cause, yeah,
Yeah.
They tried to do that. So what did they do this time? They just go around it.
Yep. The reason that they tried it again is because people were like, there's no way that the Germans can get their tanks through all of these fucking dense trees. The Germans got their tanks through all them dense trees.
Yep.
Also, the car company Volkswagen,
Yes. I know
They
about
used-
that too.
they used to build tanks.
Yep. It's got a great history.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Oh,
that was the
Dylan. Yeah, I was gonna say you're the,
Yeah, no,
you're
I
the
left.
host.
You're
But
gonna go
yeah,
to bed?
Volkswagen used to build tanks, and on one of Volkswagen's commercials, they have a car, and it said that goes from Warsaw to something in a on a single tank of gas, or like in a single vehicle or something like that. That is exactly what the Nazi Germans did back in World War II. They took their tanks from Warsaw to a different area, and the company acknowledged that and was like, yeah, this is the thing.
Oh, you must be so sad you left Jake.
No.
It's Oregon.
Oh, of course. Oh well. Oh well.
He is sad.
Yeah, it happens. I'll get to play another day, probably tomorrow, because knowing us, we'll play this tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Except without Landon, because Landon's a bitch.
I cannot come on.
I won't be on.
Maybe I'll work on my GTA races tomorrow. I made 2 today, Landon. I never got to say that. I know I tried to say that earlier, but, you know, I couldn't
Actually,
talk.
I think you messaged me.
I was messaging you that I was working on races, but I did make 2 today. One of them's not that hard, and the other one's kind of difficult. What I'm gonna do, probably, is I'm gonna make it so that none of us play it.
Until at least 10 of them are done.
We need to locate a bomb.
God, don't you just love the fact that TJ just sucks Landon off? Like, holy crap. TJ would fucking bend over and do whatever the fuck you want him to do.
You're excused, you have an hour.
What?
Sound like someone shit their pants.
Oh,
That was him just slapping his belly.
Insertion in 10 seconds.
my thighs, because I am Senior Thunder Thighs, okay?
5 seconds before
It's your
insertion.
griddle.
Your thighs are probably no different than mine.
Proceed to bomb's location.
Thigh.
Defuse it.
I'm a thigh man.
Yeah, know what I'm probably gonna do? Like, I want you guys to play the races, but I also want to do it, so I'll wait. I'll wait until I make at least 10, and then we'd play them. But it's like, I want everyone to play it, but I also don't. So I'm like, I don't know what to do. I have yet to decide.
Wetter than...
Wetter
Wetter
than a
than a dream? What the fuck? He left!
What happened? Did he get spawn peeked and died?
I no.
Lost?
I broke open the window.
Shit.
What happened?
I broke open a window and
I hit a frost map.
Doc walked out at the exact moment, and I killed him. And immediately after I killed him, he just fucking left. He closed app and left. Just, no, I don't want to do it.
I don't want to do this no more. Hey, see you guys later.
Bye, fucker.
Boy.
Bye.
Are you fucking me?
Big
Oh,
Dick
hi.
Nick.
Any chance you can help a brother out over here?
Oh, you hit one too? Huh.
Yeah, of course, the one fucking window I choose is a frost mat.
I
Like-
feel that.
Are you, out of like the 200 windows on this fucking map, I hit the one that has a fucking frost mat.
Our odds are shit. They're 2 for 2.
Yeah, it's starting to get a little fucking dark in here.
I'm nowhere near. I'm trying to hunt down this dude in the basement.
Oh, god damn it. At least it's gonna help me out.
Someone down there? Or are you just going around?
No, there
One-
was
oh,
a
I
dude
think
who
they're
was
running kitchen.
pinged.
Fuck! There's one down in the kitchen. I literally downed him.
Drop the diffuser.
Kill him, kill him. Let's go!
Op 4 eliminated.
Watching me just fucking slump this.
Dig Bick
Fucking-
Nick.
Okay, who's a beer? Who's a beer?
Big
Not
Dick
very
Nick.
It's Dig Bick, not Big Dick.
Big Dick.
He obviously
Big
has
Dick
a small
Nick.
dick. Just like Jake,
You know-
he has a Tic Tac.
War. War never changes. Unless you're the Americans in 1776, and then war changes. You know what I find funny? So, in the 1700s, the mid to late 1700s, because of all the slave trade that England and all of them have done, they've amassed the most powerful military and naval force in the world, and they own legitimately 1/3 of the entire planet through colonies and stuff like that. They got their asses handed to them by farmers with bad rifles because they didn't know how to not form up in lines in fields to fight.
Your drone has found a bomb. 10 seconds.
That is a legitimate fact. Because during the American Revolution, the British did not know how to not,
The bomb's location and
you know, just, standard rules of engagement for war at that time were you form up in lines, ranks going back and forth. You had a row of guys who were crouched down in front, and then a row of guys who were standing behind them, and then a row of guys behind them, and they would fire over each other's shoulders and stuff like that. When the first line would fire, they'd start the reload process, which took about 20-30 seconds. The second line would fire, they would start their reload process, and the third line would fire, and they start their reload process. By the time that the third line was done, the first line was back up and ready to fire again, and it continued in volleys like that. And you just kept shooting things until you hit something, because the rifles at that time had no rifling in them, and it was just,
Oh shit.
it was just, smoothbore
One to left, Dylan.
with,
One down
Left
the
in
hallway. Yeah.
you have located a bomb.
it was just smooth barrels with,
Boosting adrenaline.
round ball. The Americans were like, nah, Chief, fuck that. We're gonna do it this way. And because the British
Okay,
couldn't
as
comprehend hiding behind
Bomb
trees
Protect the diffuser.
and like not being out in the open, we won. At one point during the Revolutionary War,
Last operator standing.
Oh shit.
Oh no. You did not just lose that gunfight.
One friendly operator remaining.
I had a fucking...
Oh, just stay alive.
It's too late.
So fake, you dumb. Oh, you're fucking retarded.
Mission successful. Bomb defused.
You literally knew he was in the kitchen, then he saw that and was like, let's shoot it anyway!
But, at one point, one of the enemy, one of the British general's dogs was found by George Washington, and his soldiers were like, "Sir, we should keep it for ransom. We should kill the dog. We should do something else." And he's like, "No, you fucking psychopaths. We're gonna give him the fucking dog back. What the fuck?" They sent a letter to the British general and was like, "Hey, numbnuts, we found your dog. We'll call a truce and a ceasefire for a hot minute so we can give you your dog back. Don't lose the fucking thing again." I think the funniest thing is that George Washington used to be a British general as well.
Protect the bombs.
Reloading!
The Brits were just like, tea.
Tea and crumpets.
Oh, and back in the day, it wasn't like the tea bags or like just leaves of tea and stuff like that. It was hard compressed like blocks of tea. A single block of tea, like a single, plank of tea, could last a family of 3 or 4 for months. Legitimate months. Recalculated for inflation, the Americans during the Boston Tea Party actually destroyed several millions of dollars worth of tea when they dumped it into the harbor.
No, not the tea.
Because, like I said, it was just this massive, this massive brick.
Anything
Oh
but
my
the
God.
tea.
And what you would do is you'd take a knife and you'd shave off a sliver, and that was what you used to make your tea. It was just a sliver of this block.
Do you want some tea? Sure, I'll cut you a slice.
Hey man, would you like some tea? Yeah, sure, let me just go cut you a slice. Sounds like they're upstairs. Dick, Nick.
Dig
Little
big
fast,
Nick.
little fast boy. Oh no. Sounds like he's a man with a fucking tiny dick. He's probably one of them guys that thinks putting fucking air diffusers on the back of their car makes their car go faster, and putting little stickers and flames on the sides of it makes it, give more horsepower.
Oh, wait, it doesn't actually? Oh. I thought it did. Kitchen.
You don't say. Still kitchen.
Mission critical. Bomb diffuser activated.
Man, it'd be a real shame if Lion had another
Enemy
charge on
drone
his
coming
thing.
in for a scan.
Like that.
Like that? Carter, please tell me you see that fucking claymore. Please tell me you see that fucking...
One friendly operator remaining.
All 3 of them are in there. You've got no hope.
Drone moving into scan. Starting timer.
And other one. Oh, damn.
God. It's over.
Thanks,
It's not
kid.
over. It's never
The
over.
fat lady's singing, cause it's fucking over, Chief.
Oh, that fat bitch can shut up.
Come on! I fucking... As if.
Neutralized.
Because even if Dylan was able to get all 3 of them killed in the time frame that he had left, he would have had to defuse, and the defuse time was already past the point of which it can be defused.
No, not if you use hacks.
I'm not gonna be able to get any more fucking kills. This game's starting to be bullshit again. Damn it.
Well, let's hope I don't get my shit pushed in by a fucking knock with a goddamn silenced beanbag thrower.
A beanbag thrower.
Have you fucking heard that? It's like fucking, it's chucking beanbags, okay? Oh.
Okay.
Here's a fun fact, right? There is a type of gun, quote, gun. It's an air rifle. It is not regulated in the States because big bore air rifles are not classified as conventional firearms. So you can get a air rifle that fires a half-an-inch projectile,
Be advised. Op 4 has found a bomb.
and it is more suppressed than any conventional firearm on the market. Especially the ones that are, that have a built-in suppressor. Because there are ones that have built-in suppressors.
5 seconds left. Op 4 has located a bomb. Be ready for assault. Op 4 has located a bomb. Be ready for hostile action.
Literally sounds like the shotgun that Knock was using, or like a cav pistol. Like it's that quiet.
Replacing mag. Shield deployed. Activated device.
Sounds like they're out front.
yeah.
Over there.
Over
Wow.
there, dead. Up there.
I drink poison. Fun fact, there was actually an ancient ruler who used to drink small doses of poison every day for many days, many years, because he figured it would make him, give him immunity to poisons. And eventually when he got captured and held for ransom, he tried to drink poison. And the poison didn't work because he legitimately built up a resistance to poison, and he couldn't poison himself to get out of being a hostage.
Oh, damn.
Reloading.
The ultimate fuck up.
They're both out here.
Define out here.
In the hallway. Back hallway. Or side hallway, I guess. Define it. You could shot
there's a
two at
claymore
one
there.
time.
Not anymore.
CCE shield ready.
They're in the showers.
They're showering together.
You just throw a bunch of fucking goo out there. Shoot your goo, my dude.
By the shower.
It's a Twitch and Jackal.
Jackal.
You have been exposed.
Yeah, and he's
This
picking
dude's got an eye on the diffuser, so like they have to either go up to him or try to kill you both. Oh, he hit your goo, my dude.
He's downed.
He got
Is
down.
he?
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious.
I don't know if I had one in the kitchen.
Probably check.
Oh my god! For fuck's sakes! For
15
fucking
seconds.
game!
This dude's got iron.
One Op 4
Yeah.
to go.
Why is he looking down there? They won't be all the way down there.
They would have been,
Fucking pissing me off.
because
You think?
he was up top.
Oh, okay. I guess so.
We won.
Yeah, he went 1 and fucking 4. This game's horseshit. Remember why I stopped playing it for a fucking month.
What else? What's another fun fact? During Vietnam, we dropped something called Agent Orange into their forest, which was basically a glorified herbicide, and it killed all of the vegetation. Like it decimated all of their jungles and trees and killed a bunch of their trees and stuff. And a lot of birth defects, cancer, and like a bunch of like negative, harmful side effects that have come about in the last couple decades since Vietnam War have been traced back to the excessive use of Agent Orange in the war. I'm kind of exhausting all of my like war knowledge.
Oh, then you're gonna have to read up on more things and tell us next time.
Well, I mean, like, I have a bunch of topics. It's just they can't, like, kind of seem like off topic and like random conjunctures because I'm just thinking of random like war topics. Like, the two nuclear bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. We actually had a third and a fourth city planned out, and as early as August 19th, we had planned to drop another bomb if the Japanese hadn't issued their surrender on the 15th.
Why don't you just bomb the whole Japan?
I mean, we dropped 2 nuclear bombs on them. Conventional bombing continued throughout the country, and if it came to it, if they continued to resist and continued to, you know, not like yield and not surrender unconditionally, we would have continued dropping nukes on them. We would have continued, you know, conventionally bombing them. We would have continued firebombing them. We would have invaded their mainland and pushed in through and just like literally fucked shit up.
No one would be alive, really.
But they issued their unconditional surrender on August 15th. If they hadn't done that, we would have bombed a third city on August 19th.
Which city was it?
I don't quite remember. There were 2 other possible candidates, and I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
But during the island hopping campaign for the push to get to the Japanese mainland, whenever the U.S. soldiers got to islands that were inhabited with civilians, what the soldiers would do is they would push all the civilians to the edges of the island. And at one particular island, there was an island that they had a massive, like, sheer cliff face that dropped off into a rocky outcropping down at the bottom of the sea.
We need to locate a bomb.
And to the Americans' horror, there were civilians and soldiers alike jumping off of this cliff to their literal deaths because they didn't want to be captured. Going back along the, you know, Americans are demons, they're devils, they, you know, don't trust them.
Yeah.
They cannot be trusted. They're going to kill you, they're going to torture you, they're going to pry every bit of information out of you as they possibly can. They would rather die than get captured by the Americans.
A bomb must be located.
And, you know, that was the simple reality of what was going on in World War II for the island campaign. They just didn't want to get captured. So literal civilians, mothers clutching daughters and sons, were jumping off of this cliff to their most certain death because the Americans are horrible people.
Fucking kidding me!
Oh, and Jake just sent me a fucking message saying thankfully the USA bombed Japan because without it there wouldn't be anime. The funny story about that is the reason that there is anime is because of the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand back in World War I. That started World War I. Because if a Serbian native didn't try to assassinate the Austrian Prime Minister, Franz Ferdinand, there wouldn't... Oh my god, okay. They have no recoil on that gun, so they're probably using mouse key. Run, Landon. Run like the wind.
I will.
Camera. Oh, you're dead. It's okay. Don't worry about it. You're dead.
I'm not. I feel alive. Very alive.
You're very much dead.
I'm very much alive.
Do you have any more pings?
No.
You're dead. Plain and simple. I don't know how to tell you this. You're dead. Behind you to your right.
One friendly
Right?
operator remaining.
Oh, there!
There was one to your left too, so like... You would have died either way. But Jake made the comment of there wouldn't be any, anime if we hadn't bombed them. So Serbian native tried to kill Archduke Franz Ferdinand, who was the Austrian prime minister or some, major important figure in Austria-Hungary. The whole assassination attempt on this dude is like straight out of a fucking cartoon. So there were two guys who were trying to assassinate this one person who was driving around in an open-top car. There's a pattern of assassinations and open-top cars. So he tries to take a grenade and chuck it into his open-top car. Misses. It bounces off of the folded roof of the car, lands underneath a car next to it, explodes, blows up the car, the driver panics, and gets them the fuck out of there. So, seeing that, his buddy failed, what happened was, the dude who failed tried to take his cyanide capsule. It didn't work. Because it was
They have a lot of
old.
holes in the walls, just so be careful.
They do. They're planning shit, yeah.
5 seconds to go.
But the cyanide capsule didn't work because it was old, so it just gave him a stomach ache. So upon seeing that his cyanide capsule didn't work, he decided to jump into the river, which was also bad because the river was at a low point because it was, winter, there wasn't a lot of water actually going through the river. So what ended up happening is he landed in 5 feet of water, alive. The townsfolk who watched him try to kill this dude literally got him and beat him to within an inch of his life and fucking, arrested him. Upon seeing his friend's failure, the other dude who was supposed to assassinate Franz Ferdinand decided, you know what? Fuck this shit, man. I'm gonna go get a fucking sandwich. And he went and he got a sandwich. Franz Ferdinand, still wanting to go and visit the hospital that he was supposed to go visit, decides, I'm going to attempt to continue going to the hospital to go and visit the patients in there. Oh, I have the diffuser. Cover me.
Gordon has a shotgun.
Oh no, my controller disconnected. I forgot. My fucking controller is dead. Once I plant this thing, I need to get the fuck out and change control. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
You must recover the diffuser.
Take it.
Diffuser is now
I gotta fucking change.
You picked it up again.
I did. No. Oh fuck, dude. Don't. Oh god. So, but he goes and gets a fucking sandwich. Crawl out.
Hold still. Easy now.
He gets a sandwich, and Franz Ferdinand actually gets lost on their way to the fucking hospital. And the driver pulls up directly in front of the other assassin at the sandwich shop. So the dude pulls out his fucking pistol and shoots him, which puts the world into World War I. During World War I, a German nationalist who had a strong sense of country joined up for the war and proceeded to, participate in the war. More towards the end of the war, as Germany was getting close to losing, there was an American soldier who saw that there was an unarmed, injured German soldier, and instead of deciding to kill him and, pull that trigger and end this man's life, he decided to let him go. That soldier that he let go was none other than Adolf Hitler, who then after the war tried to pursue a career in art, in which all the art institutions at the time were not into the whole, buildings and stuff like that. They wanted portraits, they wanted people's faces and landscape, not landscape stuff or anything of that nature. So they rejected him multiple times because his art, quote, was soulless, lifeless, and when he had drawn people in it, they had no facial features, and they just at the time. They just didn't think that art that was photorealistic on oil and canvas, which is the hardest art form to paint with, was not appealing at all in the slightest. So they continually rejected him. Through this, he grew bitter, and eventually he went on to found a party based off of his own ideals. That was the Nationalist Socialist Workers of Germany, otherwise known as the Nazi Party. He had a beer hall push to try to push his ideas out there and get his ideas into the world, and that ended up with him getting arrested. He spent time in jail, but it wasn't like jail, it was like a comfy kind of like stay away from home, and during that time in jail, he wrote the book Mein Kampf. He actually spent time writing that book, and after he got out and released it, he gained a following. Upon gaining that following, he started, working his way up the ranks of the social status quo. And, with that, he got into a, like, prime minister seat, where he was, like, one of the head honchos for German government, and eventually pushed the previous, like, main leader out. He ran for some kind of, like, political office where he was, like, the main, like the prime minister or whatever of Germany, and won. And through that, he started doing a bunch of reforms, rebuilding the country, and improving the infrastructure, bringing Germany into a golden age in Germany. This was back in the 1930s. During that age, he started amassing a massive following because his speeches were, he was an immaculate speaker. He could talk and people would listen. And it's because people listened that he began becoming, polarized. He was, well, they're already in. Oh, they climbed up from hatch. I think he went, yeah, he's still behind hatch. Oh, it's just you two left, okay. But through this, he got his massive following of people.
You're gonna have to go other sideline.
And, eventually...
Op 4, last operator
nice.
standing.
That was the dude who killed me.
Located by Op 4.
I don't think they have diffuser.
Fuck you.
No, they
did
don't.
not.
Piece of shit.
It's by the window over here.
Nice. But eventually, his primary goal was to reunite all of the Germanic lands, create a third Germanic empire, otherwise known as a Reich. Hence the reason why the Germany at this time was called the Third Reich.
Third Reich.
Because this was the third attempt at a Germanic empire. I believe the first or second Germanic empire was the Gauls, which were in war with Rome at the time. And Rome, because of their superior tactics and war strategy, was actually like kicked the fuck out of the Gauls. And because all they were at the time was just, I am brute force, I'm going to smack you with this thing as hard as I fucking can, and you're going to die, kind of thing. So this was the third attempt at a Reich, a kingdom of Germany. And so he started annexing lands that used to belong to Germany during World War I after they were unfairly punished. Like, unfairly punished. They had way too much shit taken from them after the First World War. If the world had not fucked Germany over so hard for what they did in the First World War, a Second World War probably would have never even happened.
Well, yeah, they kind of fucked them pretty badly.
It wouldn't have left Hitler so jaded and angry at everything that he probably wouldn't have brought everything together the way he did to make what he did.
Bomb located
But
by Op 4.
so he starts annexing these countries, and we're just like, hey guys, can you not? That'd be really cool. Like
That would be cool.
like you know, yeah, you're powerful. Yeah, but could you not for like a little bit? Not to be rude or anything, but could you please not? And he's like, yeah, no, it's good. I'll stop. And then he continued, and they're like, hey, buddy, pal, friend of mine.
We talked about this.
Could you stop, please? We talked about this. You said you were gonna stop. Could you please stop? And he's like, yeah, no, just this one more country. I'll be good. I promise. I'll be fine. And he did it again, and the then Prime Minister was like, yeah, buddy,
How did you get up that way?
world history. He was, he was told to cease and desist, and at the time, one of the British ministers, good
Nice.
shot, Jesus Christ.
Click.
One Op 4
He
remaining.
went over to Germany, and he had Hitler sign a paper that said, I am not going to invade any more countries. And he goes, I did it, everybody. I solved world peace. I put us into peace. They're not going to do it anymore. And then World War II started. Literally
About Hitler?
the day he came back, he's like, dude, we're at war. What? Yeah, Hitler just declared war on, like, a lot of Germany, like, a lot of, like, Europe. But this paper, he lied to you. You're fucking dumb. And so World War III began. And at the beginning of the war, we weren't involved. America was not involved in it at
That
all.
was World War II. World War III hasn't even happened yet.
Good catch on that.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what the fuck are you
World
talking
War
about?
III, Adolf Hitler the Return.
Operator remaining.
Return, he's coming back, boys.
Adolf Hitler.
Been walking around.
Adolf Hitler the sequel.
He didn't die. He faked his death and he went to Venezuela or somewhere over there.
Yeah, he didn't die. He didn't kill himself. He faked his death. He had a stunt. He had like a fake double, and they're the ones who killed themselves. And he went to Argentina.
Yeah, Argentina it is. But all the
I
scientists
like how
he
I'm
has,
second on the ball. Okay, I'm second, right? 0 kills, 3 deaths, 3 assists,
apparently.
and Dylan has 3 kills.
And we're surprised. Why?
I love
yeah,
it.
he had all those scientists, so why couldn't he fake his death?
I mean, honestly, during the German rise to power, they actually had a specific division devoted to sciences and technologies to research technologies faster than everybody else because they had the resources and infrastructure to do so. It was called the Wunderwaffe program, otherwise known as the Wonder Weapon program.
Ooh.
The Wunderwaffe program produced such things that we still use today, such as the jet engine. They were the first military in the world to make an airplane with not a prop propeller, but a jet turbine as its main source of power.